God damn. You know what? Have you ever had one of those?
I've had one, but not this flavor. And I got a koozie.
They got like 300 fucking milligrams of caffeine in them.
Let's do this. I'm fucking tired. I've been up since 5:15 this morning or 5:45.
Oh, damn. Working?
Yeah, I got up there at 6:45. What time I clocked in?
Fucking O'Reilly's? Fuck them. You're now, hey, think about this. Now on Saturdays,
Oh, that's good.
now on
That's
Saturdays,
really
we
good.
can spend our mornings doing puzzles or something, or playing some Bach. Oh, I'm sorry, you with your wife.
Nope.
What?
My job at my first job, dude. I worked almost every Saturday.
What?
Yeah. I haven't done, dude. I'll have to show you sometime whenever we see each other again. But oh,
That looks good, man.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
Yeah.
all right. So now that I got snacks out the way, sorry for all the delay. Hey, I'm making it rhyme. I can cray cray. Sorry, I can't help myself.
What's this that you sent me?
Watch it.
Should I watch it right now?
Yeah.
How long is
It's
it?
not it's not porn. It's a short. Dude, that's badass, huh?
Yeah, usually that's just they're just little clicker things that you
I
can.
don't give a shit, dude. It's badass. It's enough said. We don't need to get technical. That can be before dark. Yeah, shit.
That's pretty cool. Fucking flames spitting out the side. What was that? Or
That was a Nissan GTR
yeah, Nissan GTR. That's bad.
Skyline.
Not too
My-
bad.
It's one of my favorite cars, dude.
Yeah,
Believe it or not.
probably
Yeah.
because of Fast and the Furious back in the day.
Well, that and the Skyline series are just a really cool, unique car. Um, Not too bad. But
So,
so who's bringing us in and who's taking us out?
whatever you want to do. What do you want? Which one do you want to do? I'll bring us in. You can take us out.
Okay.
All right. So this is another thing.
Uh,
I got a new question for you. Instead
well,
of what I asked you.
are we gonna
Yeah,
open
yeah,
in?
yeah. I want to do it right now. I'm just letting you know I got a new question for you.
Yeah, I saw the text.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because you didn't respond. But anyways,
So I was at work. I mean, I think he sent it to me at 10 something. I
yeah,
was so busy, dude.
yeah. I
It
know.
was
Because usually
ridiculous.
you messaged me back pretty quick, and this time you did not. So I had a feeling that you were a little busy.
That snake bite in that woman's ass, dude, that was like, what the fuck? I mean, that bitch had it like that, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And
I'm hoping that wasn't poisonous, dude. I mean,
yeah, no shit.
if it was poisonous, get a picture. Let's see that booty. Big old butt.
You got that Kardashian booty for free.
Yes. Want a Kardashian
Um,
booty? Just go get bit by a snake.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, you sent me a text. How far do you think we'll make it in this book? At 10:57 and at 104, I responded back.
Yeah, to that.
But at 104, I was at my in-laws. Like I
Ah,
didn't get out of there until like 12:41. Then I went and picked up my wife and then went to her mom and dad's.
yeah.
Had to get the
No,
2023 glass champagne
no
things.
need for excuses. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know I got you a new question. I hope it's a little bit easier than the one that I told you yesterday. But
Look,
anyways, let's.
if it contains Star Wars, it's not gonna be easy. There's so much. There's so
Well,
much.
I've got an answer for mine. Don't worry. All right.
Okay, good.
So, hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to Nerd Out Nerd Style. I'm Clinton Ritchie,
I'm James Orr.
and get ready to nerd out with Bane.
Path to Destruction,
Path of
and I
Destruction.
think we started back off on chapter 8.
Part 2. Yes, we made it through Chapter 7 last time. Chapter 8 is pretty much where we left off. So, if you've already listened to the book or read the book, you know what we're doing. If not, sit back and enjoy the journey as we explain this book. So, before we get
Man,
into the book, though, I wanted to ask James if you could bring any character that was an animated character into live action, who would you choose?
Ezra Bridger.
They're already doing that one. Pick somebody else.
Oh.
Nobody from Rebels.
What?
Yeah.
Shit, man. No one from Rebels. Okay. Can I bring a trio back?
Yeah.
Okay, it'd have to be the father and the daughter and the son off of Clone Wars,
Ooh, that's a good one.
and do that whole episode live action.
The Mortis arc. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, dude. I think those, dude. Okay, look. From what I understand, and I'm probably way off on this, is the father is what brought the Force into existence, right?
I have no idea. I just know he keeps the balance. Like, you know how Anakin was going to take over his spy? I have a feeling something like that happened with him too.
Yeah. So but his daughter and his son is what his son is the aura of the dark side, and his daughter was the aura of the light. So, like, that to me is just highly fascinating. I love that episode. I think that's probably my favorite episode in the Clone Wars.
I think they were made from the Force like Anakin was. I think that's what it was. But yeah. So
Interesting.
me, who would I like to bring? Who would you pick as like actors for them?
Oh my god, dude! Nah, that's a fucked up question. That's a tough one, man.
I could do mine.
Who you would pick for the three characters?
No, not for the three characters, man. I don't know. For
I didn't.
the Father of Time, I'd probably get the dude that plays Magneto.
Gandalf.
Yeah, the same guy.
Same dude?
Yeah.
That's the same guy? No way.
Yeah. Same guy.
What?
Yeah, Magneto and Gandalf. Same guy, dude. Look it up. Think about like picture it in your head. Hold on. Where's my phone?
It's the same guy?
Yeah, same guy, dude.
No way, dude. I gotta fact check this.
Look, I'm gonna look up Lord of the Rings, and I'm gonna look up X-Men. All right, X-Men
Man.
cast. Let's see, Magneto. Eric is Ian
What?
McKellen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't recognize him with the beard, I guess, right?
Nope.
Like, wow, it's the same fucking guy.
Yep, same guy.
Okay, hey, what do you think about Andy Serkis as
For the
live-
daughter, I'd pick probably Keira Knightley.
You remember Kino off Andor?
Yeah,
The one that couldn't swim?
yeah.
Hopefully he's still alive. But anyways, what about him for the son, dude?
Smeagol?
Yeah, how about him for the son, dude?
Well, he's already played.
Maybe-
He's already played a character in Star Wars.
But oh man, oh, ooh. Oh, you talking about live action people though?
I feel like Keira Knightley would make a good daughter.
Yeah,
No.
she probably would. And that's the same one that played in Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, she probably would. Because they obviously, our favorite chick, Padme, she's already taken. What's her name?
Oh, you know
I
what?
her
Technically,
name.
Keira Knightley was too, because she was the handmaiden, the one that
Oh, that
substi-
bitch.
the one that substituted.
Look, she didn't have
well.
a major role.
Yeah,
she didn't
nobody
have a
can
major
tell.
role. Fuck it.
Nobody can
Yeah.
fucking tell. Well, anyways, I can't figure out for the son, but the one I would like to bring into live action is Hondo.
Ooh.
Now, who would you pick for Hondo?
Yeah. Oh man.
There's only
Dude.
one pirate right for the job.
Jack Sparrow.
Johnny Depp, dude. He would make such a good Hondo.
he probably would. I mean, I don't know how it would look because we're so used to seeing him as Captain Jack Sparrow, But
He acts
dude,
almost like Hondo does.
he does. Like Jack Sparrow's character is really similar, except Jack Sparrow is usually drunk, and Hondo is not drunk. But
Yeah.
Hondo's body motion and movement is sort of like Jack Sparrow. So. And his demeanor, his character is kind of like that,
And
like
they're both
silly,
pirates.
goofy. Yeah, one's a space pirate and one's an Earth pirate, but they're still pirates.
Yep. So
Yeah,
good.
that's not bad. I like that. I like that one. See, if you would have gave me
Dude,
that
Jason Statham
as
as the son.
Smeagol,
As the son. Not as Smeagol. As the
Smeagol?
son. As the son.
What's his son's name?
Not Statham. Not Jason Statham. What's that dude in fucking Jason Segel? No, not Jason Segel either. Fuck, man. What's his name? Transporter.
Jason Statham. That's Jason Statham.
Is it?
Yeah, bald dude,
Yeah.
ruggedly handsome,
Yeah,
kind of looks like me.
He would he would be good as
You know I'm full of shit.
as the
Yeah.
what's it called?
I don't know, dude. I think someone darker, someone way
Statham.
darker. Maybe Trejo, Danny Trejo, but
Maybe.
younger, a lot younger.
That's not too bad.
Yeah,
That's not too bad.
yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe we'll have a continuation of this conversation next week.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Well, anyways, back to Bane. Now, where we left off, he had already went through. He went and did his. He killed the Republic soldiers. Then he did the army. And then he disobeyed the army, and now he got thrown into a pit, and he got transported, picked up by the Sith, and then he got transported to the Sith Academy, and that's where we left off. So as he got there, he thought that he was going to be murdered, of course, and he didn't understand why he was being transported all this way to be murdered. They could have just put a bullet in him, pretty much. And whenever he got there, they told him about the Sith and why he's actually there. They asked him, do you believe what you hear about the Jedi? That there's like, what do you know about them? He goes, I heard there's some kind of they use some kind of mystical force and they're like wizards or something like that. He goes, well, what do you know about the Sith? He said, well, I heard that they're pretty much the same thing. They're just fighting against the Jedi. And the guy said, yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's why you're here, because you can use this so-called force. You can look into the future. You can feel things that's happening around you that other people can't. And he's like, fuck yeah, pretty much. And then the dude asked him what he wants his name to be. And
So
go ahead.
I have to stop you right here because you're killing me. His name, okay, in the book, in the Spotify podcast from Sway, Sway says that he don't understand why he would choose Bane, but if you think about it, right?
Don't call
Through
him out
hatred.
on this.
No, well, I'm sorry, but if you think about, like, I don't know, if Bane did it deliberately for this reason.
It makes sense
But-
to me.
But for me, when someone calls him Bane, as we'll see in the book, that it pisses him off.
His dad.
Like-
We didn't cover this in the
Oh,
very first.
yeah.
We didn't cover this in the first part, but his dad actually used to call him the bane of his existence, and
Yeah.
that's why he hated that name being called.
And he
Bane.
hated his dad.
Yep, and he
Yeah.
hated his dad.
So, anyways, he decided to use not Darth Bane. That's later. He decided to use Bane because I guess he figured that he would use that. Someone would call him that, and he'd get more enraged, which would be more power for him, and then he would be able to draw upon that power. If that's what he figured, great. If not, then I'm fucked on that assumption.
I feel like it's
but-
the same thing what you just said. Don't worry.
But like, I mean, I don't know if he knew about that yet this early on, because see, Cordius, and that's who picked him up,
Cordis.
right?
Cordis. Yeah.
Cordius. Cordis. He's telling them that you can be part of the Dark Brotherhood, if you wanted to. And at the time, Bane is kind of contemplating because he doesn't really understand what that would entail for him. What would that require from him to be a part of that? And I feel like he was kind of scared because he knew once he did, he couldn't go back. And Cortis said, "Would you like to name yourself?" And he said, "Yeah." And then he thought about it, and that's when it came Bane.
But
And
you do tell later on, because pretty much right after this, he finds himself in the archives all the time, reading up on the Sith lore,
mhm.
trying to figure out more about the Sith. He fell in love with the archives, but then the longer he was there, the more he got used to just fighting, and like he pretty much stopped using the archives, stopped using them, and was just listening to the teachers.
Well, he didn't do that until Forharg.
Right. Well, that was right before Forhog. And the thing is, right when that happened, like right during all that stuff, he's like looking at all the text and everything. It jumps like a little bit further in. And go ahead and explain it, James. Let's hear what
Wait,
happens.
explain which part?
Well, after he tosses those texts aside and he just starts listening to the masters. He ends up going to fight against Forharg. Before that, they had already fought once before, and he had already beat multiple other people, but lost to Forhard. And he'd been
Yeah.
training for weeks to fight this guy.
So we're gonna explain what happens when he lost him.
Yeah, I want you to explain the fight to them.
Good. Anyway, sorry, a little insidious. So basically, he's been training for this with I forget the Swords Masters.
Kasim.
Kasim, that's right. He's been training with Kasim, reading text, and he loses. He held his own pretty good for a little bit against Forhard, but Forhard did something to startle him, and when he tried to parry the attack, he barely
James
he dodged. He changed from form 4 to form 2, right?
Form 3 to Form 2, yes.
Okay, and it's a more precise, more potent form.
Form
And
Form 3 is for defense only. So and with Bane's big stature, he was coming at him because Bane learned 4 or 5, which is like an attack form pretty much. He's just like powerhousing. And Forarg knew that he was bigger and he knew that he was stronger with the force. So he was using Form 3 to keep him at bay to make sure that he couldn't hit him. But in the middle of one of Bane's attacks, he switched from Form 3 to Form 2 and hit him in the right hand where he
no,
right
so
arm.
when Bane tried to parry the attack, the tip was coming to his chest, and when he parried it, he didn't parry it in time. He was just a millisecond slow, and it caught him in the shoulder.
Oh, that's what it was.
Hmm.
And his
And
whole
so
go ahead.
yeah, so he dropped it. That was the shoulder, his right shoulder. That was the shoulder that he was using to fight with the lightsaber. And he dropped his saber because each training saber has little barbs, really, really small barbs you can't see, but they have a poison toxin in them that won't kill you, but it will disable your limb.
And
It'll make it feel like it'll make it feel like it really got chopped off in combat with a laser sword. Sorry, lightsaber.
laser sword lightsaber, same fucking thing.
Sorry,
It is a laser
Sorry.
sword, dang it.
sorry, true blooded Star Wars fans. My bad.
Well, they say it in a couple Star Wars books. They call them laser swords.
Yeah, well, that don't count. It's a lightsaber. Anyway, so, um, but yeah, so it mimics the effect of actually losing a limb, and I don't think it specifies how long it takes for your filling to come back in your arm, does it?
No, they always say that they have to spend like a day in the back of the tank, and that's about it.
Yeah, which we'll get back to that back to tank here in a minute. So he drops his saber, but he regains his stance and uses the force to call his saber to his hand.
So his left hand.
His left hand, yeah. And Forharg has realized he's been beat because he has all the ability to beat him at this point even further and just make a total mockery of Bane.
You trained for weeks to beat me, and look at you.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is Bane had special attention from all the masters, which Forhard did not, and Forhard was obviously jealous. And
Calls him out. Calls him out during this fight, saying that you've been getting all this attention from all the other masters, and I just beat your ass pretty much.
right, and Bane has no training with the left hand using the saber, so Forhard takes his time to just talk shit, basically.
And call him the
And
Bane of the Sith.
yeah, Bane of the Sith, and Bane tells him, he drops to one knee, extends his head out so he can take the neck off, and tells him, "Just finish me already." And Forhard's like, "No, I'm not going to, dude. I know when the battle's won and you're defeated."
No, he was going to. He was just savoring in his like fear that he like he's lost, like his like sadness and stuff like that. Because that's what the dark side does. It takes in everybody's hate, everybody's fucking fear and stuff. That
Misery,
they feed
anger.
off of it, and that's why Darth Maul, whenever Obi-Wan was hanging, and Darth Maul kicks off his lightsaber, he doesn't kill him right away. He's slashing the side to fucking put fear in Obi-Wan because he feeds off of that. And that's the reason he got cut in half.
Fucking bitch. So, back to the battle. Bane is sitting there hanging his head out, saying basically, "Finish me off." And Forhard said no. I wanted to make a mockery of this, basically, and he says, "You're the Bane of the Sith. You are the Bane of the existence that you are," and using that as in a derogatory way, Bane felt the rage boiling inside of him, dark force flowing harder than it ever has. He lashed out with a force push, broke through his defenses. Okay, instantly.
Yeah,
and threw him against a wall.
Because at the very first thing that they teach you when you're in the Sith's academy is to put up a force field around you, full of like the Force. That way, nobody could just shove you against the wall whenever.
Or take your lightsaber.
Yeah, or take your lightsaber, or choke you,
or pull your pants down.
You know, if you're ever wondering why doesn't fucking Vader just choke the fuck out of Luke Skywalker, that's the reason.
Yeah, is that they have force fields. It's funny because it's force fields
with the Force.
But yeah, anyway, so he throws him against the wall, and could feel that he had broke through. He didn't know he broke through his force field. He could feel that he had an effect on him, so he started choking him. And Kazim said, "Enough," but he said, "It's not enough until it's done," and just so good.
Until you hear the gurgling from his opponent's life
being choked out of him.
Being choked out of him.
And he dropped him and turned around and walked away.
Yep. After he was dead, his lifeless body just fucking gave limp, and he just fucking tossed him to the side like he was a piece of trash.
And as he's walking away, right? He's walking up the stairs or down the stairs. Down the stairs because he's on the roof. He thought he would be followed by the master, and instead he was followed by Shrek.
Yep.
And Shrek basically told him, "I got my eye on you," and
like,
wasn't.
Yeah, go ahead.
You wasn't worth my time and trouble, but now, when you're ready to fight me, I'm gonna take it. And basically, I forget exactly what said, but he said that impressive. Basically,
Yep.
It was.
He goes, "I don't issue challenges, but if you want to issue one, just let you know I'm ready." Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everybody keeps on thinking that Shrek is... Oh, yeah. And by the way, Shrek is a fucking... What's it?
Burrick or Saburic?
No, it's Zabrak. He's a
Zabrak.
Now, if you don't know what
the same... Sorry, go ahead.
If you don't know what a Zabrak is, if you know who Darth Maul is, his species is a Zabrak. They come from Dathomir, by the way. That's the planet they live on. So
Yeah.
just throwing that out there. Now, he ended up leaving at that time, right after. Oh wait. What was I saying right before that with the Zabrak? Fuck. Oh well. Anyways, after he leaves, dude, he ends up having to go talk to the big guy, and
Cordis.
Cordis, and while he's up there, or while he's on his way, he's trying to think of reasons, like he could tell him, like what was the cause for this, like why did he just murder this guy, and
That's not the purpose of their training.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
So he gets up there, the dude tells him, "Look, you're the stronger guy. You didn't. He did. You're telling me that he didn't have his force field up, but I already know that you ripped through his fucking force field."
Well, no. He said, "Why'd you kill him?" That's not the purpose of this
He
training.
said he was weak.
And continue. Come on, you be Bane, I be Cordis. Let's go.
He was weak. I thought there was. I don't know.
You don't remember? Okay,
I can't do it 'cause I'm laughing.
You want to be Cordis and I be Bane?
No. Go ahead. Explain it.
Okay. So, anyways, Cordis asks Bane why'd he kill him, and Bane trying to think of a good reason to not get himself in trouble or killed. He said he was weak and he had dropped his defenses, and that's the reason why he died. So, as Sway said, you can't blame a dead guy for being dead, because. But anyway, Cordis said his defenses were still up. He broke through his defenses. He shattered his defenses.
He just fucking ripped through them like they were a piece of paper.
And so,
fucking.
And so, if y'all watch Star Wars movies or shows, you'll see two force ability people fighting, and you'll see one of them throw a force push out. But what happens is sometimes the other person like deflects it because their force is stronger. So think of this: not Shrek, but Forharg has been training for a while already, and then Bane barely has any training, and broke through his force. Wow, dude. Whew. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, Bane is super strong. But after talking to him, Cordis, and finding out that he's not in trouble, that his excuse kind of worked, but it kind of didn't. He told him pretty much just don't fucking do it again. We have all these people on this because there's 3 different training places. 2 of them
still heard it.
I'm sorry. One of them was for
They had multiple training places.
There's 3 of them.
They had some for like the really weak in the force kind of people.
Yep.
That they still could utilize to be on their armies and help their strengths. Then they had some that were pretty decent in the force.
Kind of like Inquisitors.
That were getting trained to do stuff. And then they had people like Bane,
the Lords.
They were strong in the force. Mm-hmm. And they were, eventually becoming lords, or as we now know, Darth Lords. And
which
that's where they trade on the Korban.
Exactly. So the stronger ones
stronger in the force.
Exactly. The stronger ones go to Korban. Well, anyways, they go there. That's where the strongest school is. And while they're there, fucking
think of it like wizards for Harry Potter going to
Hogwarts. Yeah, exactly. So he found out about all this. I don't know what you're doing right now, but you better be hitting that like and subscribe button right down there. Make sure to go ahead, hit it, like, and subscribe. It's free. Just do it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways,
so like I said, whenever one of those people are like the entire squadron for one person, so he can't kill the dude, and he tells him that, and he's like,
I think you're referring to when Cordis is talking to Khan about one Sith Lord is worth 100 men.
He tells he pretty much, Well, I thought he told Bane that he can't be killing any
Or
more
right,
people.
like that's not the purpose of the schools to be killing each other.
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe never mind. Um, so yeah. Um, so he goes back and goes to reading his text, right? Going doing this thing. He's celebrating his victory. And then he has a ponder. Should he have killed him? Should he have stopped? Why is he feeling guilty? I mean, Siths aren't supposed to feel guilty about their murders and shit like that. So he goes to bed, right? I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like he's talking to somebody else. But
No,
anyways,
no, it's
he
pretty much
goes to
all that.
bed and he has a dream. And his dream puts him back in his dad's house. And his dad, Haas? Hurst.
Yeah.
Okay, his dad and him are sitting at a dinner table eating. At the time, Bane's 18. Okay, and his dad's telling him, "Damn it, boy! I work all these shifts to put food on the table, and here you are just eating it all up." And yeah,
I work just as many shifts as you do.
and I'm 18,
And I'm
bitch.
only 18.
Yeah. So he's like, the father's like, well, what are you trying to say? Like,
If you weren't drinking up all of our money with booze, maybe we'd be off this rock.
do you want me to beat your ass?
He goes, mind your place, boy.
Mind your place, you son of a. Oh, wait.
If you're going to beat me, old man, then just do it.
You better make it good,
This
because it might be your last.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He got his
Anyways,
fucking ass whooped.
and he beat him. He beat him hard, dude. I don't remember all what happened.
He broke his ribs, broke his fucking, he broke a couple things. Broke his nose, gave him a bloody nose, black eyes, fucking dents on the head. He fucked them up.
The whole time his father's beating his ass.
He could hear his ribs whenever he rolled around at nighttime. He couldn't really feel them, but he couldn't, like.
I think that's when he got his ass beat.
Oh, he could hear him break. Nah, that was that one. We only got.
Was it?
Yeah, it was only. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
maybe you're probably right.
I'm thinking that's when he's talking about when he got beat by you know who.
No, because he just blacked. Oh, maybe. I have no
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So when he's getting his ass whooped by his dad, he never cried one tear. Took it like a fucking champ. But when he went to bed that night, he was saying in his sleep, "I hope you die. I hope you die. I hope you die." Envisioning his heart with something around it closing.
His hands around his heart.
Yeah. And says, "I hope you die. I hope you die." And during this chant, he is crying. He's shedding tears.
Yeah, after holding back all those tears from that savage beating his dad just gave him, he finally fucking cries in the middle of the night while wishing that his dad dies from a heart attack.
And guess what? He did.
From a heart attack.
Yep.
Natural causes.
So, yeah. So he wakes up from his dream thinking he's still on the planet, right? On the planet with his dad. And realized that wasn't a dream, that's a memory. And said, "Oh, fuck. I'm responsible for my father's death. Forhog isn't the first one I killed innocently. And he's killed before in the war. But he said that, oh man, dude, like I killed my dad. Now I'm feeling guilty about that. Now I know I'm the reason that this happened. So he starts to pull away from the force because he's conflicted.
He kind of shuts himself off from the force, where he's not even.
No, not entirely.
No, he still wants it, but he can't feel it. Like he can feel it, but he can't control it.
It's the faintest like senses of the force. Like he can't. He don't have full control over his force abilities.
Yeah. So while this is going on, all the teachers and everybody are also noticing, and he keeps on telling them, he'll practice harder, and they're like, that's not going to do anything. You got.
Yeah, 'cause he talks to Kazim when he's lightsaber or saber training with Kazim, and he told Kazim, "What do you want me to learn next?" I'll practice, profusely. That way I can get better. And Kasim said that's not going to help. You need to draw upon the force. That's the way you get stronger. That's where we get our strength from, is the force. And you're, for some reason, not using it. I don't think he says this to him, but that's basically what's understood. So in the midst of his force abilities issues, he starts to go back to the text and read them because there's nothing much else he can do, right?
Everybody, Cordes had already told all the other teachers to stop giving him private lessons. So he's not learning anything new other than what he's having to learn in class with a bunch of other students. And he
Mm-hmm.
can't really even be in touch with the force while doing that. So he's falling way behind. Even he was like way ahead of people whenever he fought Forhog, but then after he killed him and he shut himself off from the force pretty much, a fell behind a lot of students and everybody was starting to notice, so he made a drastic decision.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You're too far. Slow down, pump the brakes. I mean, I want to get to Giffany too, but hold on. but 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 no, so it jumps from a chapter to the battle where Khan is battle meditating. Okay, which battle meditation is where whoever's doing it, because both Sith and Jedi can do it. They concentrate on the battle. They concentrate and push. If you're a Sith, you push out negative emotions, fear, angst, and all that to the opposite opposing force, which is Jedi or the Rebel fleet, and then, or not Rebel fleet, but the Republic's fleet. Um,
Yeah,
and
so
it makes them like nervous. It scares them. It puts them off focus.
unless you're a Sith, then you feed off of it.
Yeah, but
The Jedi was doing it too. Which Jedi was it? Was it Lord Hoth?
no, it was a random ass Jedi that had two Padawans.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, anyways, so who was it? Did Kasim go and destroy the Jedi, or was it somebody else? Whoa, that was a hard ass sneeze. Holy shit!
What was that?
You good? Your
Yeah.
face is all red now, man. That was a badass sneeze, dude. That hurt, didn't it?
Yeah, I was trying to like. Okay, go ahead.
But who went and destroyed the Jedi? Was that Khan or was that Kasim?
No, it wasn't.
It was someone that was a badass and a fighter,
Yeah, I don't remember. I know Cassine.
or maybe it was Sidious, Cadius, Curious. What's his name?
Cordance.
Cordis. That's right, Cordis.
Okay, I don't know.
I need to go.
I don't know if it was him or not. But anyways, they ended up dying. They got fucking cut down. I want to say Kasim had to leave because he's like the best of the best. I'm not too sure. I don't remember.
But anyways, I just sent the text of what we were talking. The names. So I'm not sure who went and destroyed the Jedi, but when they got to the Jedi, they destroyed the two Padawans, and then when they went to strike down the Jedi was still in its meditation. They were aware that the Sith was coming to them to destroy her, but still maintained the battle meditation stance the not really stance because you're sitting down, but the battle meditation so they can help improve their forces. Well, after they destroyed her, all the Jedi and their fleet were done. Everybody got destroyed. Nobody escaped.
Wait, was that whenever Bethany came?
It's right after that part.
Giffany? So
Yeah,
that was right after Giffany?
Right before Giffany.
Okay, that's right before Giffany. Because I thought Giffany is the one that told them about how to.
So that's when Quarters came and told Khan, right after that part of the chapter, Quarters came to Khan's ship. Khan was still on the bridge, and he told Khan that, hey, we just lost a system. We just lost a major war. And our major battle. And so he said, okay, well, no big deal. I mean, why? Why do we do it? And then they realized that their tactics were not sound, and that's when Khan told Cordis that we'll wait. We're gonna put all of our forces into one unique spot. That way, we can destroy the Jedi and have an infiltration
Oh,
spot,
that's right.
right?
They called on all the other Jedi or all the other Sith from the academies to come to the planet.
No, that's not that point.
What?
Or that's too far.
No.
Anyways,
They didn't call in the last one. They had uh, the other two come, but the one that what's his face was on stayed
Orban.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
the people from
So
Corban stayed, and he said, I thought you're missing an academy here," and he said, "No, those guys still need some training."
yeah, he said no. They're too powerful.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
too they're too dark in the dark side
they're
because
not
what
trained. They're
happened
not trained because they'll start fighting against each other.
they're right to overcome each other's crap. So yeah, a good catch. And so and Cordis said, "That's insane. How are we gonna find out where to attack?" And he said, "We'll get it from a Jedi." And before we know about
Well,
what
the
we know
dude
now,
said we're fucked, and he goes no. Look. Their Jedi squads are all spaced out.
mhm.
And he goes, "Ah, you're right." He goes, "We can attack certain ones." And he goes, we'll attack the weakest one, and then we'll take over from there. And he goes, "How are we going to figure that out? They're hiding some of their Jedi, just like we hide some of our Sith. Yeah, we have scouters out there, but we're never going to know exactly which one." And he said, "Don't worry, we'll get it from a Jedi." How's that going to happen? Go ahead, James.
Right.
Sorry. So he says, "How's that going to happen?" He says, "Right about that time, Giffany walks through the door. Ex Jedi Master or Jedi Padawan, I'm gonna guess. Jedi Knight, maybe.
Well, she's a Jedi that was still a Padawan.
So she was still a
Um,
Padawan.
I think she left because we find out later in the story that the guy she got the information of where all the defensive troops were placed at was she got it from a
Ex boyfriend,
which was also a Jedi.
ex lover.
Oh yeah,
They used to fuck.
hard.
Yeah.
Anyways, so um, she says, "Okay, hold on. Let's just go back. Let's rewind a little bit." So she walks through the tent, right?
Hips sway.
Raven hair,
What does that mean?
and
Blue?
the only
Red?
huh
Red?
Raven,
Red hair?
Raven, Raven.
Is Raven red?
I don't fucking know. Raven's Raven. God dang it! All right, look, hold on. I'm gonna type it in Raven hair.
I think it's red. Because if she's a redhead, she's a hot bitch. I'm just kidding. Peak.
Oh, cool toned black
Oh shit.
with a blue green undertone.
Nah. No, it's cool.
And that is, I thought it was red too. Don't feel bad.
Hips swaying, peak
But
female physique, you know.
the only thing they said was she was average in height, but that's the only thing that was average. Everything was really beautiful about her, supposedly.
Perfect human specimen.
But she said, I know where to come in and hit these guys.
I know where to come
And
to.
shut up. Let's get through this. Anyways, that's after dark stuff. Anyways, so she comes in and says, "I know where to, attack." And Khan is old, right? And he is not taken in by her beauty, like pervertedly. You know, he's just like
Well, he was at first, and then he fucking slapped himself and was like, "Oh, I'm better than this."
he was like, nice.
Yeah.
Finally, a fine specimen.
The first thing he says to her
strong,
is fucking,
strong in the dark side.
the first thing he says to her, he's fucking having to slap himself, right, to make sure that he can focus. First thing he says to her is kind of rude, and she like looks at him all like, "The fuck was that tone of voice for? I'm helping y'all out." It's all because he's fucking mesmerized by her fucking
Yeah.
beauty. That's how hot she is.
So she gives him. She gives Cordis and Khan the deets, right? Now I believe this is not on the ship. This is on the ground at the battle place. And I don't know because she said she walked through a tent. Well, you ain't got a tent on the fucking ship, right?
Yeah, no, they're on the ground. They're on the ground.
Yeah. So, anyways, and but she said, "I basically want to join your club," and and they're like, "Fuck yeah, dude!"
Get the hot
Anyway,
chick.
yeah. So Well, they liked her a lot because she was really strong in the Force,
She
in the dark
moved.
side.
She moved as nice as a Twi'lek dancer.
Shut up, dude.
That's what they said.
It's still dirty, dude.
Smooth as a Twi'lek dancer. Sorry.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But anyways, so
As her hips swayed side to side, she knew that they were looking. They always were.
yeah, she was used to it. Men looking and watching her leave.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyways,
It's just
sorry.
hot,
Anyways,
man. I was just picturing it in my head. I'm like, yeah.
but yeah, I was picturing my wife mainly, but she's a little short. She's a little short. She's not average height.
Black hair. I mean,
Well, she got dark hair. It's like auburn color brown. Anyway, um, so and then so that's basically that scene. The next scene goes off into um the circle, the rooftop where everybody gets to challenge somebody. After training, because um after Forhard's defeat, Bane was losing his strength and he wasn't really gaining. Oh shit! I left that apart.
nobody wanted to fight him.
No, I left that apart. Khan and Cordis was talking when Cordis told Khan about the defeat, and he also told him about Bane, and he said Bane is. He said something, and then he said Bane after the defeat of Forharg, he is pulling away from the Force for some reason. He's not progressing any at all. And then Khan said, "You know what? Tell all the other masters not to train him. If he comes to them for help, don't fuck with him." Basically, and that's what I left out. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I tried to put in that in earlier. I completely forgot that we backed it up on it.
But yeah, so that's important for this next part. So
So
Bane.
he hadn't
Go
been
ahead.
getting any training at all from the other teachers, any special training, because he was way behind and he completely lost touch of the Force. Pretty much, he could still feel it, but not really. So everybody during his sparring stuff, not sparring, but his training matches, nobody would fight him at first because he fucking completely destroyed Forhog, and then but he's getting sloppy with his technique, and he wanted to make sure that he could challenge somebody before he got challenged and called out. So what does he do?
Well, he knew that they knew that he was losing his shit.
Yep, and he couldn't challenge one of the weaker people because
Then they would know.
That would that would look like he's a pussy. So instead of calling out the second or third strongest person, he just decides to call out the person who they think is the Sithari. Now, if you don't know what a Sithari is, it is the same thing as Anakin was. And in my opinion, I feel like Anakin was the Sithari and the chosen one. I feel like it's the same thing because
what if he was the chosen one for both sides?
Listen, he controlled. It was supposedly he was supposed to control the Sith and destroy the Sith, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did Anakin do? He was in charge, and then he killed Palpatine, and he killed himself when he did that. So he killed.
You saw that meme I sent you, right?
But we're gonna get on. No, maybe, probably, most likely.
What it was is that when Emperor Palpatine was in Episode 3, or was it 2? I think it was 3. He told him to leave Obi-Wan there when the ship was sinking or falling to the earth. Yeah. The planet, and he said his fate would be the same as ours.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, Darth Vader killed Obi-Wan, then Darth Vader killed Palpatine
on the Death Star.
All on the Death Star, and then Darth Vader fucking died on the Death Star.
Yep. So in the third movie, whenever he's fighting with Dooku knocks him out, and he throws the thing on him, and then
the little catwalk thing.
We should have fucking killed him. You know how heavy that thing is, right?
Yeah, but only land on his legs.
Anakin beats him, cuts his head off, saves Palpatine, which was the mistake, and then Palpatine tells him to leave him. Anakin says, "If I do that, his fate will be the same as ours." Pretty much saying, "Fuck you."
No, his fate.
Yeah,
will be if carrying him out kills us, then it'll kill him as well.
Then his.
But if we survive, He'll survive.
And then he fucking kills them on the Death Star, and then all of them died on the Death Star.
Yeah, so it's yeah. I thought it was excellent.
I laughed.
Sorry.
Only like a
But
true
yeah,
Star Wars nerd would actually like watch that and be like, "Oh my god, this is fucking so funny."
but yeah, shit. We're
So
okay.
he
So
calls out
he
Serac.
he calls Shrek. He says Shrek. Well, it's raining, pouring down on him. Did you hear the Shrek part, or would it cut
No,
out?
it cut out because it was super loud.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He said Shrek, and it's pouring down. Okay, and he had to scream it loud, right? Because he wanted to be like the badass. And Shrek came up,
And everybody was
and
cheering, but he
and
couldn't hear the cheers.
yeah, because all he could hear was his heartbeat. It was so hard, and the force was not.
Yeah.
Shrek came up to him and said, "I wish you had chosen to battle me when you were still strong.
Right
Then
after
it would have been more
Forhog.
glorious
Yeah,
for me."
I wish you would have challenged me after you beat Forhog. Then it would have
Mhm.
looked better, pretty much. After I fucking whoop your ass. But since everybody knows that Bane has been slipping in the Force, he decides to take it easy on him at first.
Yeah. So the battle, I don't remember exactly what happened, but the
They're going back.
battle,
Hold on. First, Bane thought that he was watching him close enough that he could picture what he's gonna do what he's gonna start with. Hopefully, he can think of what he's gonna start with, parry off of that, and end it early. But he doesn't have the fucking force.
and he was going
learn.
off of a guess.
Yeah, and he's going off of a guess. There's millions of different ways he could start. And he's like, maybe he'll start like this.
Let's put something in perspective for our viewers. Shrek was a kind of Sith Lord that could pick up a new form or new technique in a matter of a day or two, when it took everybody else like a couple of weeks
Yep.
to figure it out,
They thought
to
he
learn
was
the
a
training.
Sithari.
Yeah. A perfect Safari basically is explained to be as the perfect being in the Sith nature.
Yep.
Um,
Kind of like Anakin was supposed to be.
yeah.
But like
You know,
I said, one and the
I still
same.
think Anakin was the chosen one for both sides.
That's what I said. One and the same. Sithari and
Yeah.
the Chosen One's the same fucking thing because he
Yeah.
literally led the Sith and then destroyed the Sith. But that's for another time.
But he was only half for one of them. I couldn't resist it. I'm so sorry. Anyways,
Well, half of them died when half of the Jedi died.
yeah. Exactly, man. He's rolling in the grave. Oh, dude. Rest in peace, Darth Vader. Anyways, kidding.
Shouldn't have picked up
So-
Palpatine.
I know it.
Should have just force choked him.
You know, Palpatine's a mother.
Dude, Palpatine was so strong in the Force, he didn't even like using a lightsaber.
Yeah, he's like, barbecue.
It's because he was so strong with the Force, like either that, or like he could, he was just barbecue people, but he couldn't do what Bane did, and we'll get to that in a second. So after
we
getting
will.
his fucking ass completely stomped by, fucking,
You didn't even talk about how
battle?
the head bash.
Yeah, so okay,
That's where it started.
at first he
the
was
ass whooping.
acting, they were playing along like he was as what's his name?
Correct.
Sarek was playing along like
Downplaying his full strength.
so the match looked more impressive on his end.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did some fucking cool little lightsaber twirlies and then fucking beat the fuck out of Bane. And whenever Bane was not expecting it. Now you already know what we told you he is. He's a Zabrak. A Zabrak is a
Darth Maul.
like a Darth Maul character. He's got horns on his head. He started fucking headbutting him.
He headbutted him one time, and that was it. It completely, man, it just fucked him up.
Last thing fucking Bane saw was a bloody, it was a bloody foot coming to his face.
So let's name off all the shit he broke. Right, he broke his face, his nose, and his cartilage everywhere. Right, he broke his face. We'll just say his face.
His wrist.
His wrist, his knee. He did a back roundhouse kick to his knee shattered his knee,
Ribs.
ribs, um, just everything, dude. He's
He
completely
fucked
fucked.
him up. He spent 3 weeks in the back of the tank. That usually people only spend like a day or two.
Yeah, on normal fuck ups.
Yep.
Um,
He fucked him up bad.
yeah. So we brought Giffany into the picture right now. So when Bane was in the back of the tank, nobody came to visit him. Nobody saw him except the damn robot for the med bay. Anyway, so Giffany got there, I don't know, a couple of weeks before he came out of the back of the tank. And when Bane came out of the back of the tank, there's nothing for him to do. Everyone knew he was weak. Everyone knew he was disconnected from the force. And so
What's he do?
he did the only thing he could do, study.
Went back to
The
the archives, started looking up some books.
Sith Masters didn't want to train with him. Uh, the students didn't want to train with him, so he went back to the books. And you can't take the books anywhere except the archives. So he stayed there all day long, reading at least 2 to 3 hours a day. And
And Giffany, being the fucking bitch that she is, was pretty much already whooped up on all the other the lower people.
mhm,
Coming from the Jedi, knowing so much and completely in touch with the Sith, the dark side actually of the Force.
born of the dark side.
She's completely dark. I don't know why the Jedi try to change her, like they said in the
Mhm.
book. Might as well just fucking let her go. But I think they thought that they could change her, considering she was so strong with the dark side. Now she only had one opponent that she was actually worried about beating up, and that was Serac. So what does she do? She tries
And
to get
she heard the story of Bane and Sarek, and she realized that Bane can do that to an opponent. And she
Forhog. She heard about the fight with her him and Forhog.
mm-mm.
Yeah, because
She heard the fight about Shrek. So she knew that Shrek would lay that much beat down on
oh yeah,
somebody.
that too. Right.
And so she's like, I'm not taking that chance. And so, because she also, y'all don't know this right now in the story, but she also, her lightsaber is not a sword, it is a whip,
Yep.
which is bizarre. I never knew that existed.
I did.
Well, I mean, you're a hardcore Star Wars. Like when I say hardcore, I don't mean like you know a lot about the movies. I'm talking about like books, nerd shit,
I'm
like
pretty
straight
hardcore.
up in your veins.
People
Like
are like,
I'm
yeah,
I'm
I am too. I've watched the movies. I'm like, no,
no.
no.
Don't even contempt me,
Yeah,
boy.
don't come up to
No.
it.
Yeah, but no, you're like deep in this shit. Me, I'm like ankle
Dude,
or
honestly, I started
ankle deep.
listening to the fucking High Republic books, the new
Hmm.
ones that I'm listening to. They even have one in there. A Jedi uses one. Super cool. And it's usually drawn to like the dark side of the Force. Like usually
Hmm.
dark-siders use it. So the fact that she's a Jedi and using it, pretty fucking awesome.
Well, Wonder Woman has one.
Show me the truth or tell me the truth.
Give me the truth. You can't handle the.
You are
So
very hot and
last night.
sexy. No, I'm just
Oh God.
kidding.
Anyway, so moving on. So Giffany, not Daphne, Giffany wanted to go try to get with Bane, not sexually, but to learn what he did wrong.
She was looking at him with his cloak on, and she was like, "You can see the muscles, even with that cloak."
You can see his Bane.
It's hanging. Sorry.
Anyways, moving on. So she goes to the archives, stands in the doorway, and he feels the presence, right? Looks up and sees her beauty for himself.
Right whenever he started listening to the or reading the book of Revan, he couldn't even fucking finish one page because he like first off it interests him not only
Yeah.
because it said Darth Revan, not because Revan was known throughout the Sith and the Jedi. There's a there's a bunch on Revan which I'm going to get into it sooner or later with James. He can actually figure all of that shit out too. It's going to be very good. It's he's I don't know which one I like better, Revan or fucking Bane. But anyways, uh, everybody knows Jedi and Sith alike all know who Revan is. But not only did it say Revan, it said Darth Revan. And nowadays, nobody uses the Darth title. They all go by Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to leave it right there, and we'll pick that back up later on.
Okay. So he says, well, I don't remember how it goes down. Do you remember how it goes down?
Yeah, she walks up and she says, "Hey,
What's going on, sexy?
yeah, pretty much. She starts flirting with them, and then she goes, I so Bane knew why she was there because everybody knew. She knew. He also knew that she was one of the top people, and she asked about Serac. And as soon as she asked about Serac, he was like, "Oh, this bitch is here because she wants information on how to beat him." And he
Mm-hmm.
goes, "I'm not fucking telling you shit. You're gonna fucking get your ass whooped like I did, pretty much."
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Listen, I know what you did to Forhog, so I know you have the potential to do better. So what's up with it?" And he goes,
She said that you don't just lose your ability to control the force, you just shut yourself off from it.
"Exactly."
Here, let me see your hand. I'll show you. And
And
she does some Jedi shit, right?
they touch hands, and
And that's when
she
he got
grips it
hard.
hard. She grips it hard, and he feels her gripping his hand, and he's like, "Oh, what is this? It feels nice." Literally, it gets very sexual in the book. Not really.
It
Kind of.
does.
It kind of. She's
It
she
gets
is
kind of
super
naughty.
hot, you know. So, anyways, they touch hands. He feels the warmth from the body,
Mm-hmm.
from his own body, not hers. Sorry, he feels the warmth flowing through him, and he can feel the force flow through him like it's from fire again, and he
Yeah.
fucking loves it. And then she rips it away because that's what
No,
girls
no,
do.
no. She there's like she says, look inside you, feel your anger, feel your hate, and then he finds it again. He finds that spark,
Right when he's
and
about to
and
come, she pulls away.
yeah, edging that motherfucker all the way there, dude. Son of a bitch. Anyways,
She says that she'll come back and teach him though. She'll learn. She'll
yeah,
teach him
and
everything that
then
she learns from the masters. Go ahead.
and then he'll teach her what she needs to know. Which you find out later that they don't never exchange like that. It's
They
usually
kiss
him
one time.
her. Well,
We'll
yeah,
give it to
no. Well, they kiss more than once.
that.
Oh yeah,
There's only one time that really matters. Okay.
yeah, yeah. That's true. But let's pump the brakes there,
Pump the
horn
brakes.
dog. No, I'm kidding. But so he goes back to his room, right? And later that night, he was thinking that he needs to become stronger, and he can't do it with just her. So he decides to go. Okay, so there's a curfew at night for a reason, and that's the reason is so other apprentices
Don't
don't kill
fucking
each other.
murder each other in their sleeps.
Yeah,
Even
and
Cordis locks
and
his own. I mean, yeah, Cordis locks his own fucking door.
no, it was because yeah, Court he going down the
Or
hallway.
was it Khan?
No. Khan's not on the planet at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. Lord Cordis locks his doors at
Cordis
nighttime.
is the master of the other facility,
Yeah,
and then he goes by the master quarters, and he said, "I'm glad that to see that even he doesn't trust him,
yeah.
that
Cordis.
he locks his quarters door." And so he goes and knocks one time on Kasim's door. Doom. Anyways, and says, "Well, I did it." He does it softly, so he doesn't
He
get
does it one
alert.
time so he doesn't alert everybody else. And
No, he does it softly, and
before he's
as he's
before
going to ring it for the second
before
knock,
he's able to even knock a second time, Kasim
the
opens the
door
door.
opens,
Yeah.
pulls him inside, shuts the door, locks it, and before this all registers with Bane, by the time he realizes what's going on, he's already inside the room with the door shut and locked. And Kazim said, "What are you doing here?" And then Bane says, I want to learn more. I want to become better. I'm practicing reaching my inner hatred to become strong on the dark side." And then Kazim said, "Well, what's in it for me?" And he said, "Do you want to take this off, or you want me to keep going?"
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
So he said, "What's in it for me?" And then Bane said, "Well, if it works out for me, and I kill Shrek, or I defeat Shrek,
Yeah, because he doesn't want to kill him. He doesn't
yeah,
want to.
cause he already got ass chewing on the first one."
Then the fucking go ahead.
So he said, if I beat him and I defeat him, then you'll be the swordsmaster that taught me how to do it, and then you get the credit. And if
Yeah.
I don't,
He says
then
then
none the wiser.
Khan's gonna know that you're the one that taught me, and
Yeah,
Cordis is gonna fall behind. You know, pretty much. Like they're gonna know
yeah,
that Cordis had nothing to do with this, so you can take all the credit for
yeah,
training me.
yeah.
Go ahead.
And so he said, basically, if I fell, then I fell alone. You don't have to be involved.
Yep.
And he said, and Kasim said, that's not a half bad
He
idea.
goes, no. He goes, well, if you fell, that's just a fucking waste of time for me. What are you doing this for?
Yeah,
And he goes, revenge. And
yeah.
that's
I want to kill him.
that's not what he says. He tells him
No,
revenge, and that's the fucking thing that he was looking
the
for.
Sith way.
Yeah, that's the thing that Kasim was looking for. Because Kasim actually killed his master a long time. Yeah, we'll get into that.
Shut up. That's way. We probably weren't even get there today. Damn it.
We'll wait
Anyways,
on that.
as you can tell, I'm not drinking at all today, so I'm pretty alert and aware. um, sorry. And so yeah. Um, so they start training, right? In the mornings and or in the afternoons, he's learning from Giffany what Giffany learned throughout the day, and then at night in the late hours, early hours, he's sword training with Kazim. And so a few I don't know, is it weeks, days, a few weeks go by, right?
Yeah, few weeks, yeah, few weeks.
And Giffany, this is the part we both like. Giffany teaches him how to use Force Lightning.
Yeah,
Even though she had just learned it the day before and taught him the day before,
all these
and she's
guys in the Sith Academy are shooting sparks, little bitty sparks out of
yeah,
their
like just
fingers.
little lightning streaks. That's
Yep.
it. Bane is in the archives, okay, and Giffany walks in. To the shock of of, her seeing this, Bane is casting full on Darth Sidious lightning,
No, it's
and
coming. It's not coming out of just his fingers. It's coming out of his entire body. He's like a
yeah,
fucking lightning storm himself.
and he's like, ah, yes, limited power, and books are flying off the shelves. Okay, things are coming off the shelves, going everywhere, right?
His eyes are
And
fucking this Sith color, fucking orange, red
and
type.
she walks in there, and the static electricity in the air is making her skin itch. This is how severe this is, okay? And she's not even being touched by the lightning streaks, the lightning bolts. And she gets close enough, almost blinding her. Okay, it was so bright, it's blinding her. And Bane,
How do you imagine them? I imagine him sitting cross-legged, just like with his hands up in the air, going like
and,
just fucking lightning going everywhere.
yeah, and he's all like, he doesn't appear to be affected by the brightness of the lightning at all. And she taps on his shoulder, and at this point, it is so loud that she is in fear that the students will hear
Mhm.
several floors above where
Yep.
they're at,
He's just fucking lightning's going everywhere.
and it's
And
loud.
she taps him on his shoulder and he looks back at her. And if she was about to jump for a second, then just smiled and he
Yeah,
relaxed.
'cause
It's
she was
like
in fear
it was like
of his strength.
it was like the Black Panther or no not Black Dark what is it? Black Widow calming down the Hulk. That's what I
Hmm.
imagine. Like, the lullaby.
Yeah, and so she said, "Dude, how'd you do that?" Basically.
Well, she didn't want to let him know how powerful he actually is, so she really didn't say shit. But I think we do. Do you want to leave it right there, or do you want to keep going?
Well, we can leave it right there, but first, I just want to touch base that none of the students had picked it up as quick as Bane had
They had
on the Force
little
Lightning.
sparks coming out of their fingers. He surrounded himself. It was like he wasn't just shooting it out of his fingers. They literally describe it as coming through out of his entire body. His
Hmm.
entire body was shooting out lightning. That's
Yeah.
some next level
That's
shit,
that's
dude.
that's intense.
He's
I mean,
fucking-
that sounded as intense as when Ray blew up that ship leaving.
No, that's bullshit.
What?
Okay, how do you look up how to shoot lightning, and then look and see like how she ended up shooting lightning. Literally, whenever you shoot, you have to be extremely mad. You have to feed through the dark side to shoot out Sith lightning. She was just
Maybe
trying
she
to,
was mad.
like,
Maybe she was
oh,
mad that they
she
took
was
Chewbacca.
so mad she didn't even learn it and just fucking completely shot a whole thing. No,
She
7,
is
8,
Emperor
7,
Palpatine's
8, and
granddaughter.
9 is trash. It's trash.
Look,
Look,
she
okay,
is
I
Emperor
understand that.
Palpatine's granddaughter.
Even Palpatine didn't have fucking lightning coming out of his body like Bane does.
No, but okay. Look, what my point was
Bane didn't
is
even do
that
that on accident.
when you see Ray use Force lightning
Trash.
and it's intense. Okay, shut up. I'm dropping it there. We'll agree to disagree on trash or not trash.
You can like the
Now,
new ones. I don't like them.
I don't like how they did the stories. Like Luke Skywalker would have trained Rey if she came.
Listen
Like
to this.
our Luke Skywalker would have trained Rey if she came to him like she did. But their Luke Skywalker is like, nah, fuck that. I don't need that bullshit. Like, what the fuck is this?
Well, hold
That's
on.
your fucking.
This is another thing. Luke Skywalker, like, if you read the I can't remember I'll send you the link. If you can read these books, I really have to say it. The New Republic or the Jedi, fucking, I don't know. There's a series of books, but he fucking force projects an entire squadron of ships in the space. And
Luke does?
Yes, and he force projects one time and fucking dies from it.
He's 85 years old, dude.
No, he's not.
He's old as fuck.
No, he's not. This is supposedly what, 30 years after, 40 years? 40 years
Hold
after.
on, bud. So where was he when he force projected the ships?
It doesn't matter.
Where was he, damn it?
He was on a different planet.
On a different planet? In the same galaxy? In the same system?
Oh, with the ships? I don't remember.
Yeah, so was he on board of one ship and
watched a bunch of
projected like mini
YouTube.
ships?
I just watched a bunch of YouTube. No, he force project the whole fleet.
Yeah, but was he inside one of those ships?
I don't know. But that doesn't matter.
It does matter because if you're right,
one little body.
Think about this.
A little bit further, and then
think about this. No. You got 1 foot of Ethernet cable, right? Okay, 1 foot of Ethernet cable. You can put 500 megs through it. But if you do, say, 20 yards of Ethernet cable, that's going to have a lot more resistance than just 1 foot. Right? So therefore, the further you go away from your body force projecting, the more strain you take.
The New Jedi Order. There you go. Read those books.
Everybody,
and then
follow,
and then
like, and subscribe.
And then come talk to me. So.
But I don't know, man. But look.
I'm telling you.
I know.
But while he was fighting while he was learning all this stuff with the lightning and stuff, he also learned a bunch of techniques from what's his face and could withstand going against Castine for a really long time. In fact, they ended before he even was able before he wanted to end, because he made Castine take a step back. Now we're gonna end it there, and we're gonna take back up our story.
Wait, what? Where we ended?
Where the lightning happened and where he's got a lot better with the lightsaber. And we'll pick up next week with him battling Sarek. Right?
Not logging. Lightning.
So we'll find out what happens next week with Sarek. And we'll find out where you go from there too. Because y'all, this book gets
so good.
It gets nuts. Okay.
Yes.
Like if you thought that right now all we've done is shown like his bringing up, and like this gets
In his
way
training.
yeah in his training and in
His
fucking
basically
Hazfords.
his training, falling down and training again. It gets better. It gets so
Oh, by
much
the way,
better.
Bethany is or Giffany is the one.
Giffany.
Giffany is the one that actually brought him back to where when she touched hands with him, he was able to feel the force. I think we talked about it, but anyways,
Yeah, we
just letting
did.
y'all know
We did.
that's how he
She
started
sparked
feeling the.
his force again.
Yep, she sparked it
She jump started
because
him.
it happened to her when she was a Padawan.
Mm-hmm.
All right, James, take us out of here.
All right. Sorry. Dead Space. Fuck, I'm gonna fumble this. I feel it coming.
You
All
already
right,
did
so thank you. Anyways, like, subscribe, and share what you thought about this video. Comment down below, right down there somewhere, what you thought, and what's your favorite part so far. Tell us what we could do different, or how to be better, and we'll try our very best to acknowledge and put into place. Um, so yeah, follow us on Facebook, anything and everything nerd style, where we have polls, comments, questions, memes, just fun stuff. We're gonna start up our series again. We're starting off with Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom
Star
Menace.
Wars, guys, let's go. We're doing
Oh.
3, and I know for anybody who is sitting there waiting for Die Hard, I'm super sorry because we got Christmas stuff, all families, families.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll probably put that in as a bonus episode somewhere. I mean, why not fucking Die Hard? It doesn't matter if it's Christmas or not. But yeah, so that will be out next week. Next what, Wednesday, Thursday?
It'll be a Friday.
It'll be on next Friday.
Yep.
So because you'll probably be watching this today, as we made it today. The 31st. Hey, Happy New Year's. Hope y'all have a good
Depending
one.
on how long After Dark takes, I should have this up today or first thing tomorrow morning.
Yeah, if it's tomorrow morning, Happy New Year's. I hope you had fun. Be safe. Yeah, so again, may the force be with you.
Did you talk about going to our Facebook group?
Yep.
Okay, all right. Get the fuck out of here, everybody. Go.
Bye.